Hi, my name's Carson, and you're watching
One Up Drum Vids.com.
One Up Drum Vids. Yeah, it's pretty sweet because now I got a hidden mic that you can't see. So in this video, we're building off the last video. Imagine that. So in that video, we took a double stroke roll, we displaced it in every single possible way as 16th notes and as triplets. And we had practice tracks that kind of showed melodically how that all worked. So from this point on, I'm just kind of like operating from the standpoint that you've watched the last video, if not just the free version of it on YouTube, and you can play a double stroke roll and you know how to displace it in every possible way, at least as 16th notes, if not as triplets as well. So in this video, we're taking the exact exercise from the last one, but we're moving it around the drums. And it has helped me so much with my mobility around the drums, my creativity, and my melodic phrasing. And then we're gonna take these new orchestrations that we've created, and we're gonna play ostinatos with our feet under them, which make you have to play way more articulate. Super articulate. Yeah, anyways. Okay, we're gonna get right to it, but first, my morning smoothie vid. Okay, so to start, we're gonna take the dynamic doubles exercise and we're gonna re-orchestrate it around the drum set in two different ways. The first one is the way that I'm gonna play through all the exercises later on, and the second way is just when I'm just moving from the snare to the tom to the snare to the tom, and your hands are gonna get crisscrossed and it's super weird, but once you start getting it, your mobility around the drum set will like explode. And those were just two orchestrations that I really found useful, but you can do anything you want. I mean, don't keep each right hand on the same surface. Start breaking it up between different stuff if you want. On the PDF, I have a bunch of blank staffs with just the stems hanging down so that you can create your own orchestrations and come up with like whatever crazy stuff you're gonna come up with. The next step is to add in some foot ostinatos because it adds a whole other dimension of groove, and you have to be playing your unison so tight or it sounds so bad. So these foot ostinatos kind of go from, you know, easy to like really hard. So I'm gonna play them for you in a row. I'm gonna play one kick drum ostinato and I'm gonna play the 4 different hi-hat ostinatos along with it and move on to the next one. Have you guys met Gary yet? He's a dope drummer. You love death metal.
I hate death metal.
No,
Nope.
he loves death metal.
I like jazz.
So this is where the magic happens. Step 1, choose a hand orchestration that you love. I'm gonna choose the first one that I performed for you earlier. Step 2, choose a foot ostinato that you really dig. If you're just getting new to this, maybe start with one of the ones that's just the kick on the 1, maybe the hi-hat and the 2 and 4, and go from there. And step 3, you take the hand orchestration, you mash it up with the foot ostinato using the practice tracks. And the beauty of these practice tracks is that they were designed so that all 16 of these foot ostinatos fit inside the music perfectly. And they can be as challenging as you want them to be. So this first practice track is at 60 BPM, and it is not that exciting to listen to, but it is so challenging, and it's so important to spend time in this tempo range. I'm providing this practice track for free on YouTube because I think that once people see how much this benefits their playing, I'll be seeing you real soon. So let's do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this next performance is at 100 BPM, and this is kind of like home for me. It's a nice relaxed tempo where I can pull the doubles out, everything's working nice technically, and the melodies really start to show themselves in like a really cool way. So this next performance is at 140 BPM, and I am holding on for dear life. I'm flamming between my unisons. My left foot is barely holding on, but this is where I'm at right now. It's definitely a work in progress, and it's gonna be a lot better, hopefully sooner than later. When you take these tracks and you load them into your phone or whatever you use to practice with headphones or over speaker, you'll notice that the tracks start simply and they build over time. New elements start swooping in and it adds a bunch of rhythmic variation, and there's melodies in 5 and melodies in 7, different things that you might not be used to hearing. And you don't have to change a thing. You just stay where you are. But simply by hearing how all of it relates together, it builds your ear chops. And that is so important, and it's so helpful kind of later down the road when you hear these things and you go, oh yeah, I know what that is. So as you can imagine, you can take this stuff as far out as you're willing to go. as beneficial as it is kind of playing this stuff really straight while kind of focusing on hand technique and getting a good sound from your kit, making sure your unisons are all lining up and exploring different melodies, the real magic happens once you're doing that for a little bit and you get comfortable and you can start reefing the beats a little bit and start improvising and creating your own unique voice behind the kit using these concepts. Some of you guys might be like a little discouraged at how hard it is to kind of make these things come together initially, but it honestly starts to click a lot faster than you think. Like, here's Jordie. He doesn't even play the drums, and just by simply being around this process for the last couple months, he's well on his way to playing this.
You suck.
So download the free practice track, which will be in the description somewhere, and print off the PDF or take a look at it. And if you ever want to take this stuff even further, come check out my website, oneupdrumvids.com, where you can get the second half of this video, where we break down a bunch of triplet hand orchestrations moved around the kit. We have 16 unique triplet bass foot ostinatos, and my all-time favorite practice tracks up to date are definitely the triplet ones over on the site. So definitely worth checking out if you want to kind of explore this concept and see what it can do for your playing. So go check it out if you want. We pack so much into these lessons, and the response we've gotten from the first video is insane. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported me over on the site. It means the world to me, and I just appreciate it so much. And I'm really excited to keep making more of these kind of videos. I really love taking simple concepts and kind of seeing how far I can push myself and grow these things. And yeah, it seems like there's definitely some of you that appreciate this approach, so thank you so much. Oh, would you look at that? I'm getting a phone call. From who?